Hi everyone. I've done a lot of Diablo 4 content, but this thumbnail behind me is the one video that's received the most views and comments out of all my Diablo 4 content. Some of the comments, not the majority, but a small few, have made comments about why I continue to talk about a game that's dead and never going to get fixed. Well, I'd like to address that question in this video. See you on the other side. In my first video, I spoke about the Diablo 4 dev team and how they didn't have a roadmap past Season 2. Now, 2 weeks have transpired since I released that video, and all the things we've heard up until today, I feel, support the theory I had 2 weeks ago. Now, you can go and watch my other Diablo 4 videos for the details, because I've talked enough about how we got here. I will provide a link in the description for part 1 of this video that I did 2 weeks ago. But you can check out also all my other Diablo 4 content on my channel, seen here behind me. But the point of this video is, first of all, thank you for the support, comments, the views, not only on the video we're going to discuss today, but all my content, specifically the Diablo 4 content. So thank you. It's been overwhelming and totally surprising, to be quite honest with you. So thanks. But I do want to address why I will continue to make Diablo 4 content. And there's a couple of reasons why. Number one, just to give you some backdrop, and I'm sure a lot of you will fit into this category. I played Diablo 4 every day. I played the beta. I played it on launch. I have a level 100 character on the Eternal Realm. I have actually 4 characters or 5 characters on the Eternal Realm. Only one is 100, but I have, I think, 3 over 40. Anyway, you get my point. I have a hardcore character that's in its mid-50s, and I have a season 1 character that is almost 90. So I've played this game, and I'm sure there's some people that are watching this video that have played more than me. But my point is, I played this game. I was invested in this game because it looked like a game that I would be able to grind for many, many years. And again, I'm not the only one that feels this way, and I am not owed anything or entitled to anything. I only mention this just to give you a backdrop from where I'm coming from. And fast forward to today, and the game has eroded to the point where there's hardly anybody playing it. There's hardly anybody viewing it or streaming it. Like literally hundreds of thousands of people, and you guys have all heard me say this before, to literally a couple of thousand people in the whole of Twitch watching streamers play Diablo 4. The other thing is, there's also been a mass exodus of content creators that have stopped either talking about it, streaming it, making YouTube content about Diablo 4. And who am I to tell anyone else what kind of content to make or what to talk about? I am not mentioning this to highlight or point them out or call them out. They're entitled to create content however they wish and to talk about whatever they want to talk about. And if they choose not to make content anymore on Diablo 4, they have every right to do so. And I understand some of them are doing it because they don't want to ruin the relationship they have with Blizzard. I respect that. I get it. This is a financial decision. It could be a moral decision, whatever the case is. It's their content to make, and they have the authority and the right to do whatever they want. So it's not more about the actual creators. It's just about the fact that there's been a lot of creators that have stopped talking about it. So why is this important, Sam? It's important because I don't want this game to die. Call me stupid, call me crazy, call me clueless, call me whatever you want, but I don't want the game to die. I see potential in it, and this is why I will continue to make Diablo 4 content. I don't just do content just for the sake of doing content. I don't just pull topics out of the thin air. I err on the side of quality over quantity, and I want my content to represent something meaningful. So I'm going to be very selective on what content I produce. So when it comes to Diablo 4, usually when I produce a video, it has to do with something that's going on in the space. So the purpose of why I want to continue to create Diablo 4 content is because there's only a few of us left standing. Now, when I said that out loud, my inner voice started laughing, because really, I don't belong with the top content creators in Diablo 4. Okay? I'm not saying that. Nor am I ignorant or arrogant enough to think that my voice is going to make a difference. But even my little puny voice, even if it makes one person rethink or falls on the right ears, and that makes a difference, well, hell, I'm going to take my shot. And if it doesn't work out, then so be it. Whatever. But at least I know I can go to bed at night and say, you know what? I did whatever I possibly could, even through my little tiny voice. Like, I get it, guys. I get the history with Blizzard. I get it. I know what you guys know. I know their history. I know what they're like. I know what they do. We've all seen what they've done to games. I get it. I'm not discarding it. But sorry, I'm a glass is half full kind of guy. And if there's 1% of a chance that some miracle this could be turned around, well then hell, I want to be part of that 1% that is rooting that effort. So I just wanted to address that. Now, I also do want to say 98% of the feedback, about the comments from all my Diablo 4 videos has been positive, hasn't been directed at me. So thank you. Nor do I want people to take this video as me directing this to my viewers of this channel. It's not. It's more just of a statement to the people that are watching my content that I'm going to continue to talk about Diablo 4. I'm not going to talk about it just for the sake of talking about it, but I will address what I think needs to be addressed. And the reason for this video is I wanted to put it out there and explain why I'm creating Diablo 4 content, because I still have hope. As small of a threat as it is, I still have hope. You know, in sports, you always hear whatever sport, okay, forget about the type of sport. You know, in the playoffs, a team's down 3-0 in a best out of 7, or they're down 3-1, and you know they'll always reference, oh, You know, in the history of this sport, only 10% of teams that go down 3-0 or 3-1 ever win. Well, there's still a chance, right? 10% of the teams won. Now, most of the time they don't. And I get it. This may be Diablo's 4's fate. Maybe. I get it. The odds are definitely more in that direction than they are in saving it. So I totally get it. But don't blame me for having hope. You know, and again, very, 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 very small percentage. And actually, when I think about it, as I'm creating this video, this isn't really directed at anybody. It's just my statement to my community that I will continue to make Diablo 4 content. It's that easy when the need arises. So I don't like the fact of watching the Diablo 4 channel on Twitch, and there's literally two main content creators streaming the game. And you know, it was sad. This guy right here, not him. This guy's a legend. This guy's well respected. That number beside his name, that's how many people were watching him on Twitch today. His numbers are usually 4, 5, 6 times that size. He's still out there like a champ, championing this cause for us, by the way. Of course, guys, don't take me literally. Of course, he has something to gain from it too. Some might say Diablo 4 elevated his channel, and it did. I watched it with my own eyes, like all of us did. He deserves it. He worked his ass off, so he deserves it. But this guy is still streaming that game, still playing that game, still supporting that game. You don't think he knows what you and I know? He knows more. But yet, he chooses to go out there. Now, he's streaming other games too. And Wujo, sorry, I don't mean to not call you by name, but you're probably not even going to see this. You know, major props. If someone tells you about it, major props. You have my full respect. Full respect. This is a man with honor, and he likes the game, and he wants to see it to succeed, and he's willing to put his own advancements ahead of the fact that he wants to, because he knows people will listen to him. So he's taking a stance. Now, again, I don't know. I've never spoken to the guy. This is my interpretation. So I might be wrong. I don't know. But this is the story I'm choosing to believe, right? So when I see this, I know I'm not going to make a difference, but I'm not going to let just one guy fight the cause. Yeah, I'm in the back of the army, but I'm in the army. Like, you know, I'm going to be there to support them. And it may end up dying, and it'll be for nothing. But so what? At least I tried. So I also don't like seeing that, you know, and the other guy is Rob, 26, 28, I believe. You know, he won the race to 100. I can't remember which one. I think it was softcore. You know, he's another guy that loves the game and continues to stream the game. Same thing. His numbers, 1/10 of what they were, right? So I want to do my part. So that's the other thing. And lastly, I want to say this. And, you know, I might get some backlash from the people that watch my videos. And again, this is not directed at you guys. It's more directed at the issue, right? And this is my channel. It's my voice. And I want to convey this. I want to put this out there. You know, if no one says anything, then nothing gets done. You know, silence is consent. And I don't want to be silent. I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to be professional. And I don't know, maybe some people might say you're not. I hope not. I like to conduct myself and be professional and respectful, because you know what? There's two sides to every story. You know, you can say what you want about Activision Blizzard and what they've done to Diablo 4 and this and that. But at the end of the day, we don't know the full story. We can have our interpretation of the story, and in my videos, they are my takes, interpretations of what's going on internally there. But it's my opinion, right? But they're a business, so they need to make money. Now, I would argue I disagree with how they go about it, but that's another topic. But not saying anything is consent. Silence is consent. So I choose not to be silent, and I will continue to create Diablo 4 content when necessary. So I hope I didn't ramble on, because for those of you that have watched a lot of my videos, you know I can get long in the tooth, I think is the expression. But you know, I want to continue to talk about Diablo 4 because I don't want it to die. Because here's the other thing. This question, and I think I asked this question in another video of mine. Ponder this before we go, okay? If this game had more end-game content, had better quality of life, had a better grind to max level, didn't have repetitive end game content, so more bosses, more things to do, you chose how to grind the end game, there were rewarding perks, there were multitude of play styles for each class, there was a better Paragon and skill tree system, so lending itself to more customizable playstyles, and all the classes were balanced, and they had a multitude of avenues for you to build them. Gear, high-end gear, you had to grind for it, but it dropped. There was a ton of bosses. You get my point, right? If that was in the game, what would your thoughts be then? That is why I continue to talk about Diablo 4. Because I choose to believe we can get there. Not we literally, but you know what I mean. And the only way to do that is to voice our opinion and hope that the message gets across to the right people and it gets done. But only time will tell. But we don't have that kind of time, actually. This game needs to be fixed ASAP. Hell, Blizzard, call me up. Give me 3 months. I'll have this game fixed. It's that simple from a roadmap perspective. Now, I don't know anything about game development, but it's all processes. I know enough about working with multiple departments and one bitching about the other, and no, we can't do this because they're not giving me this. I know. I've been there. I know the complexities, and I'm not trying to minimize the complexity. But if you have a good roadmap, anything's possible. And this game can be fixed easily. Sorry, a lot of you may disagree, but it is so doable, it's not even funny. And because of that, I will continue to talk about Diablo 4 with those hopes in mind. Anyway, sorry for the rant. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, for those of you that are new, If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And for those of you that have already subscribed, like, and comment all my content, thank you so much. You have no idea what it means to me. And before I sign off, I would love to hear your feedback. Am I crazy? Probably. Do I talk too much? Abso-friggin-lutely. But please, provide your comments. What's your take? Thanks for watching. Until next time.